This is our automatic card shuffling machine. We are using an embed with 3 DC motors that are driven by 2 H bridges. We have an external DC power supply connected to the whole system. We're using also an LCD screen that displays instructions. So right now it says button 1 for shuffle, button 2 for blackjack. We have push buttons here, so there's push button 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if we press push button 1, it's going to start shuffling this deck of cards for us. And so now if the shuffle finishes, basically the embed system keeps doing the shuffling for 30 seconds, so we have a timer set up. When 30 seconds end, it's going to stop moving the motors automatically. So as you see, it just stopped automatically and we're back to the home screen. We can also cancel the shuffle ourselves, so as you see, we are going to start the shuffle now. The shuffle started and it's going, but if Nikhil presses the push button again, it stops shuffling. So that's the shuffle function of our automatic card shuffling machine. So now we're going to play the game of blackjack using our machine. So the machine is actually going to deal out the cards for you. So right now the instruction says to press button 2 for blackjack. So if we press button 2, it goes into the blackjack game. And so now player 1 has to press button 3 to deal out a card. So once button 3 was pressed, as you saw, a card emerged from this side. That's player 1's first card, which is a queen. Now, okay, sure. Now it says player 2, press button 3 to deal. So we pressed it and we got another card out of that side. Okay, it's not a roll card, but we got it. Player 3, press button 3 to deal. Another card received. And now finally we move on to the dealer. Press the button 3 to deal. And we got one more card out. So now we finished the first round of deals. As in blackjack, every player receives 2 cards, so we're going to have another round of dealing. So, player 1, press button 1 to deal. Button 3, sorry. Use button 3, dealt out a card. Now it says player 2, got another card. Player 3. Player 3 receives a card. And finally, dealer receives their last card. So now that 2 rounds have been completed, we're in the hitting and staying stage of blackjack. So now the screen tells us player 1, press button 3 to move on to the next player. So if player 1 wants to stay, they'll press button 3. However, if player 1 wants to hit, they'll press button 4.
So in this case, since they're at queen and 2, they would want to hit. So they'll hit, so that it gives you the card.
So button 4 was pressed and they hit.
So now they're going to stay, since they're at 18, so they hit button 3, and it will transition from player 1. So now the screen says
player 2.
So now player 2, they want to stay as well. They don't have to hit if they don't want to. They can just increment to the next player, so press button 3. Now it says player 3. Player 3 wants to hit, so they'll press button 4 as the instructions say. So hit. Dispenses a card. They get their card. They're out. So then now they want to move on to the next player, so I'll press button 3, and it should increment to the dealer.
So now dealer,
So now the dealer has the option to keep hitting, or if they press button 3, they will just end the game and end the round. So the dealer, 7 and 9, they'll want to hit. They'll hit. They'll take the card. They'll take the card out. They get a queen, and then they'll end the game. So then they'll press button 3 to end the game, or they can keep hitting if they want to. So button 3 will just end the game. And we go back to the main screen, where we can press button 1 again to shuffle. So if I press button 1, we'll shuffle. And then if we press button 2, it'll go back into the game of blackjack.
Do you want to go back into the game of blackjack just to show?
Yeah, just to show. Just to show we can go back to blackjack. And then the game will just restart over and over again, and it'll continue to redeal.
Awesome. This is an alternate angle of us receiving a card from the card shuffling machine during a game of blackjack. So we're in the dealing state, so once we press button 3, the machine's going to dispense a card for us. So as you see, after button 3 was pressed, we got a card. Do it again. Another card was received, and while this is happening, the screen is incrementing to show the right player number. Yep. That's just a demonstration of how it deals out a card.
As long as you keep pressing button 3 for this phase.
Great.